All righty. Let's see. Looks like we are live, which is awesome. Got a whole bunch of you guys here in the Zoom, which is really cool. Always good to see you guys in the Zoom. Again, make sure you guys are sharing this out. Get this out there to the world. We got some awesome stuff for you guys tonight, so just want to make sure we're getting this out to the right places. Let's see. Just sharing this out as always. Make sure this goes out to the appropriate places. Group. There, boom. Okay, boom. Go in there. Come on. There we go. All right, awesome. Got that shared out. Like I said, guys, share. Get this out there, please. Does everybody get this share? Make sure I got the right people in the right places, which I do. Good stuff, good stuff. All right. All right. Hey, happy Sunday, everybody. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Just in case everybody forgot, see the Patriots up on the wall there. Anyone remember what happened last Sunday? Oh, yeah, they won their 6th Super Bowl. Yeah, anyway, hashtag TB12, GOAT, greatest of all time. Anyway, I digress. So listen, let's get this underway here. Super excited to have you guys on board. As I said from the very, very beginning, please do me a favor, share this webinar, get this out there to anybody that is interested in building an online business, because tonight we're going to drop some bombs. We're going to show you guys some really cool stuff. You guys want to comment about the Saints? That's fine. The Saints weren't in the Super Bowl. I know, tough break, but is what it is. So can't comment on what didn't happen. Plain and simple. So anyway, maybe next year. Super glad to have you guys on board. I can see you guys are jumping on the Facebook Live. You guys are getting in the Zoom. Super awesome here. Super excited to have you guys here with us tonight. And again, we're going to be sharing some really cool things with you guys tonight. So if you guys got an email, got a text message, I know we were sending a lot of text messages out, sending a lot of emails out, welcoming brand new people here to this live webinar tonight. And tonight, like I said, we're going to share with you how to really be able to build an online business. We're going to talk about some really, really cool things. I got a special guest that's going to come and join us in a little bit. Someone who I'm super excited for you guys to meet and hear from tonight. And again, so why are we here? Well, first and foremost, we're here because we're going to talk about a business called MyEcon. And we're also going to mention a little bit about something called IncomeShiftPro, which is kind of like the marketing system that covers and sells MyEcon. But what's more important, enough about the business. You know what? We actually don't even need to talk about MyEcon itself, because the name is just a name. The company is just a company. It's, when you think about it, at the end of the day, it's what the company allows you to do. Okay. So for all of you guys that are watching this webinar right now, for all of you guys that are listening to me, I'm going to share with you guys in a little bit about what makes this opportunity so special, what makes this team so special, and why this can literally make a major impact in your life in 2019 and beyond, and why it's really cool that you're here. So before I get going, I want to do something that I always like doing at the very beginning of a lot of these webinars. Is if this is your first time here, if this is the first time that you've ever been part of these webinars, or the first time ever checking this out, you know, whether you were invited by me, somebody on our team, they sent you a text message, they send you an email, whatever. This is your first time checking out this online webinar. What I want you to do is I want you to just drop a 1 in the chat box. So either here in the Zoom with me or live on Facebook, just drop a 1 in the chat box and let us know this is your first time, because we definitely want to recognize. So we got Bob here in the Zoom. Bob, welcome. Ashley, great to have you guys here. Appreciate you guys letting me know. It's always nice to see new people checking this out. And that also shows you that this is a great opportunity, and more people are checking out what we're doing, because this is gaining a lot of traction, a lot of momentum, and this team is growing very quickly because of the things that we're doing, because of the team that we have, the community that we have, and just the overall, teamwork and group that we have. Ryan, man, I got to throw you some props. He says Patriots greatest all time. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Ryan, are you in New England, man? If you are, awesome. That's good. If not, then you just got to recognize. So that's okay too. All right, listen, So a little bit about me for those of you guys that are brand new, for those of you guys that are checking this out for the first time or catching the hashtag replay at some point. If you do get the replay, do me a favor, drop a hashtag replay and let me know. But my name is Daniel Kump, and I am officially presenting for you guys tonight. And I've been in the online, I guess you could say, space, the online marketing space, for almost 3 years. It's literally almost 3 years, coming up on a 3-year anniversary in about, I would say, April or so, but close enough. And when I first got started online, I actually had a lot of experience in the network marketing field many years ago. I first got introduced to network marketing when I was about 24 years old, and I got bit by the bug real early. And I always just saw the potential with the opportunity, with being able to build a secondary income and then eventually make that your primary income, which, that's where I'm at now. I get to work right here from my home in Derry, New Hampshire every single day. And I'm just absolutely just blessed to be able to do that. But the point is, guys, I got started, and when I first got started in online marketing, I knew nothing. I knew absolutely nothing. All I knew was I had this business opportunity. My wife, believe it or not, my wife, Katie, actually signed me up into one of the companies that she was in because her cousin signed her up, and I hadn't touched any network marketing for years. I kind of was in this dry spell, but she started making a go at it, and she started running and grinding and hustling, and I saw her doing it, and it just kind of rekindled a spark that I've always had buried down inside me. And I started just doing the standard thing that most network marketers get taught what to do is, you bust out your notepad, you make a list of all your friends and family, you start calling up Uncle Phil saying, yo, man, you want to check out my business? Uncle Phil's like, dude, that's a pyramid scheme. And then, everybody feels deflated, and it just, you never get the results that you want. So what I started doing is I started doing that traditional stuff. I started, making a list of all my friends and family. And I got to the point where I burnt through all of my warm market, and I found myself in the Mall of New Hampshire, which is in Manchester, if anybody's familiar with that, literally walking around the shopping mall, passing out business cards, talking to total strangers. And at one point I said to myself, and this was about April of 3 years ago, I said to myself, there's got to be a better way than what I'm doing right now. It was probably 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. I'm walking around a mall. I'm talking to total strangers. I'm saying to myself, this sucks. There's got to be a better way. So I literally grabbed my phone. I went out to my truck, and I went onto YouTube, and I started searching the name of the company that I was with at the time and a bunch of top leaders and stuff like that. And I came across a video that just got my attention. And the video talked about this crazy concept to me, this crazy concept called a sales funnel. And I thought it was just the coolest idea ever. So I started doing some homework. I started going, as you guys know, started going down the rabbit hole in YouTube, and I started learning more and more about business automation and sales funnels and traffic and all this other stuff. So fast forward to, a couple of years ago when I got started with another company that I had recently left to be with the company that I'm at right now, talking about with you guys tonight. And I had a lot of success right off the bat because my first year was basically my trial and error. I just failed and failed and failed and failed over and over and over again, going through, 8 to 10 different business opportunities in my first year. You guys know what it's like. You got those dangling shiny carrots, those shiny objects all over the place. And I was chasing them all over, just looking for that opportunity to just, make money really, really fast. But we'll talk about this a little bit later, but you guys are going to realize that getting rich overnight online just does not happen. It just doesn't happen. This is a business, guys. This is a business. And if you're here, you're hearing my words, you're hearing my voice, you guys need to learn. And we're going to share some real life results with you guys tonight, that this is a business, and businesses take time to build. And if you build them correctly, they can literally pay you for a lifetime. And that's why many of you guys are here. That's why many of you guys are tuning in right now, because we're going to show you effectively how you can get involved with us, how you can build an effective business, and how our team is going to help you guys win. So literally, guys, fast forward up until about 2 months ago, about 3 months ago, I was literally in a place where, my team in another company, my team was growing continuing to grow every single month, but my income was going down. And I just got to a point where I said, I got to start looking. I got to start looking elsewhere. And, obviously there are some other reasons that I had in there too, but I started doing my homework. I started looking around. I started reaching out to mentors and people that I respect inside and outside the company that I was in. And I kind of stumbled across this opportunity, and I wasn't looking for a particular company. What I was looking for was something that could globally help people, that could solve a major, major problem. Okay. And what I found was exactly that solution. So plain and simple, guys, and we're going to talk a little bit more about this soon, is that if you live in the United States and you want to be anything, do anything. In other words, you want to buy a home, you want to rent a car, you want to get a really good job, you want to take out a lease, a mortgage, or whatever, you got to have good, solid credit. You got to have money in the bank. And, if you are an own independent business owner, if you own your own business, now you set yourself up for so many other successes that the average employee does not get. And those are things that I identified with. And I said, hey, if I can get involved with something like that, now let's talk price point. And then when I found out the price point was literally only $35 a month, I just said, okay, what's the catch? What's the catch? What are the upsells? Are there any crazy like $1,000 upsells, $2,000 upsells? No, none of that. It's just $35 a month. I was like, okay, this sounds like it has potential. So I did my homework, did my research, and it's just an absolute no-brainer, guys. It's a no-brainer. So when you can literally, and you don't see this often, when you can get involved in a business and you can turn around and get yourself into positive profit, possibly within your first day, if not your first week, by using the material and using the income shifting program that we have, it's a no-brainer. It's an absolute no-brainer. So let me ask you guys this, especially for those of you guys that are checking this out for the first time. If you had the opportunity to get $250 to $500 or more back in your existing paycheck. So in other words, if you have a job right now, if you had the opportunity to get $250 to $500 more back in your paycheck, would you take that opportunity? So what if it cost you literally $35 a month, but you could turn around and you could net $250 to $500? Would that be worth it? Obvious answer, right? Obvious answer. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that tonight. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to bring up a very special guest, somebody who has literally been on fire the last few weeks, somebody that has just motivated me to do more. Somebody who definitely I highly respect, and you guys, I would think at this point have a lot of respect for, because he has definitely taken himself out of his comfort zone and is doing everything he can to build his business. And he has a really strong why, and he's pushing and he's grinding and he's hustling every single day. And he's literally on the verge of the next promotion in our company. So I'm going to bring up a special guest right now. And let's see, we're going to promote him. So here we go. All right, there he is. Scruffy, just like me. All right, just want to make sure you're, let me see, I got to unmute you. There you go. Talk.
Okay, I'm unmuted. Everybody can hear me. Perfect.
All right, I got you. So, hey, man, welcome. Good to have you here tonight, man.
Thank you. Appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, no problem. So, before we get into what I want to cover with you, I just want to let everybody know too. I know typically when we do these Sunday webinars, I got the A team here, Adam and Ashley. They are taking the night off. They're getting some much deserved rest tonight. So no worries there. That's why we got my man Derek here. But Derek, do me a favor. Obviously, I think you personally sponsored 3 people last week, and you've grown a pretty substantial team at this point. You're like this close to being gold. What is it when you saw the MyEcon business opportunity, when you saw a chance to get involved with this team, what made you say, yes, this is something I want to do?
Unlike a lot of other online businesses that I see regularly, which a lot of them are nutrition based, which is great. I mean, people need to live a healthy lifestyle. But it's somewhat niche. And I look at certain things like a lot of nutritional products. One could go on Amazon these days and purchase them. I can walk into any vitamin shop and get, protein shakes. I don't need to buy from a particular company. I know what I like, but again, you're talking niche. And don't get me wrong, health and wellness is a massive, massive industry in the world. But here's the thing with our company that we chose to run with, it's a very nominal fee, $35 a month. And it's literally going to multiply your income 10 times just from your current job, just by properly tweaking your W-4. My punchline has become, let's show you how to increase your income without begging your boss for a raise. I mean, who couldn't use an extra $300, $400, $500 a month? What's going on now is, and I've seen it time and time again where, people, they take a job in their 20s, and I've done it myself, so I know. You take a job in your 20s and you file single zero, so you have the maximum amount of taxes come back, and then you get the maximum refund in April, and you're like, woohoo! The reality is, you just gave the IRS, you floated them an interest-free loan for a year. You actually lost money because when you take inflation into account, then you're actually moving backwards on that because you're earning zero on that money. The other side of that is you're going downhill even faster because most people, the reason they rack up credit card debt, there's a few unresponsible people, of course, but the reason most people rack up credit card debt is because of a lack of income. And usually a lack of income can be solved by a key thing, just tweaking that W-4 and increasing. If you could give yourself an extra, few $100 a month just from that, then you're going to be ahead of the game. So yeah, your tax refund's small, but you're not paying 15, 20% out to credit cards. And the other thing I like a lot is it actually will calculate, there's a debt elimination tool on there that calculates the most cost efficient and fastest way to knock down debt, which is huge. So one of the first things somebody can do is when they're able to increase their income by tweaking their W-4, because it does have to be done properly. I mean, you can turn around and file married 10 and now you have to cut a check to the IRS. So you don't want that either. But let's say you get an extra $500 a month and you need an extra 200 to live. Well, now you can take the difference to 300 and start knocking down the credit cards faster and really accelerate the payment plans, and then not have that debt as much, pay less interest over time. And when those credit cards are paid off, and let's say somebody's paying $600 or $700 a month in credit cards, when that's gone, now you don't have an extra 200 in your pocket, you have an extra 1,100 in your pocket. So that's a big deal. And there's other things we can do, but it's just the tools. Yep. When you have 63% of this country that has less than $500 in their bank account, and they're one thing away, like it could be a simple thing like the refrigerator crapping out on us, you'd have to go into debt in order to pay for that emergency.
Yep.
Okay? So with 63% of people having less than 500 in their account, basically we can help just about anybody in this country, give them the tools to help them get ahead.
Yeah, I mean, plain and simple, there's an epidemic in this country with debt and credit. And what I love about what we get to do now is we get to actually help people, call it what it is. We get to help people fix their crap. You know what I mean? And it's such an easy thing to do, is just going through the videos, learning how to do it and doing it yourself, saving the money and putting more money back in your wallet. So I'll give you guys an example. We had Jim Dickinson, who's one of the members on our team. He just went gold a couple of weeks ago, building a great team, great guy. He came on board, applied the income shifting process, which is what we're talking about here, went through one of the core products and literally put his first week in this business, he put $560 back in his paycheck. So let me ask you guys watching this, if you had the ability to put $250 to $500 or more, like Jim, $560 back in your paycheck, would that be something that would interest you? If so, then continue to watch this and get back to the person that shared this with you, because we can literally show you exactly how to do that and do it. So, you're not spending hundreds of dollars to do this. You don't have to invest in some crazy credit program. We're talking like less than a dinner for two, and you can get positive return your very first month. So this is win-win. So Derek, obviously you saw a great opportunity with the products. You understand, where this country is, where the average person is, and the struggles for finances. You saw the opportunity with that, and that this could be a viable business. So tell us a little bit more about, and I want to be real with folks here. For the folks that are, a lot of people that are in our kind of Facebook realm here, on our email lists, on our timeline and stuff like that, a lot of folks have other businesses, whether it be affiliate opportunities or, other network marketing opportunities and stuff like that. So just be real with everybody. Tell me and tell everybody else a little bit about what's kind of special about this team, our community, the platforms that we use to teach and coach and train and help people. What makes that different from any other opportunity out there? Like, are you getting the support that you need and deserve?
Yeah, well, I'll kick it off by saying probably 99 out of 100 different places. I've done nothing over the years. Every time I've tried to, do something like this, it's not quite like this because it was always offline. But, conceptually the same idea, you build a passive income. There's like zero support. Like you get a website link, they wish you good luck, and, it's kind of what it is. What's different here is we have marketing tools. One, anybody that, joins our team, they prove themselves. They actually have they have a landing page link that, after they capture a lead. So what we're doing with team members is we have something called the rotator link. So let's say Daniel brought me in, and I gave him my link. So he puts what we call a rotator. So he might have myself and 6 or 7 other people on there, let's say. And every time somebody opts into his list, it gets rotated around, and it's every 6 or 7 people, it becomes my landing page. So then if when somebody signs up, it may go directly to me. And the beautiful thing about that is we both still get credit for that. I get a commission, he gets an override. The other thing that is completely unique to not so much the company, but to our team, is the support. Daniel spent countless hours building a training site. He puts out videos all the time on not just how to launch a business, but how to grow a business, to be smart financially. Because, one thing I say, and, I haven't done, I have an offline job, I have a day job. And the first thing people want to do is they want to just, hey, I'm free. I'm online, we're good to go. And no, you don't, because it's something that has to be nurtured like any other business. And so you need that cash flow. So the worst thing you can do is cut off that supply. I won't do it until I'm at least 1.5 times what I'm earning offline. Like, it's just not going to happen. But Daniel will show you how to systematically grow that business through video. He's done video series on this, how to set up your autoresponders. What are good sources of traffic that you can implement and invest in your business to grow your list. All that is mapped out. Various PDFs, various videos. If you go to our group, there's a massive list of actual emails that went out to other people's lists. So all you really have to do, because people say, well, I'm not creative, I can't write emails. And well, you don't have to early on. You'll learn that skill because it is learnable. What you do, you copy and paste more or less, and you change the link so you don't give the other person credit. And it's things like that. And Adam and Ashley, who I'm the backup player I'm covering for tonight. They Thanks for putting me in, coach. They too, they have a tremendous training site, and they took hours out of their time. They didn't have to do that, but they have a vested interest in everybody succeeding. And that's the major difference from corporate America to something like this, where you're independent, you're 1099, is that we all want each other to win. We lift each other up. Whereas in corporate America, hey, if you're up for a management job and John and Mary are also potential management, you're probably going to want to try to squash each other one way or another. You'll step over them or on them just to get that position. And so it's not like that here. It's the complete opposite. If I'm winning, then Daniel's winning, then Adam and Ashley are winning, and the people on my team are winning. And if we're all winning, we're all raising each other up. So yeah, there's a little competition out there, but at the end of the day, hey, if I have 2 or 3 sales and Jim's got one, hey, Jim, come on, let's go. Because if he's on my tail, I'm gonna push, and everybody pushes each other. And it's more, our team's more like a family, at the end of the day. I mean, that's how I see it.
Yeah, one of the things that I love is just seeing the interaction in our group chat. And for those of you guys that are watching this right now, I mean, our team has a live 24/7 group chat, and not everybody jumps in that, but the majority of the people do. Obviously, we have the Facebook community, so depending on when and where you're watching this video, but just like you were talking, Derek, it's great to see that. I mean, there's people in there that are it's one big team, one big family, and everybody's in there helping each other. And it doesn't mean that, if you answer somebody's question that hey, I'm not going to take the time to answer that because, they're not in my downline and blah, blah, blah. It's just where everyone feeds off each other and everyone's in there to support and help each other. And these are things that traditionally I've never seen in other businesses or other network marketing opportunities. Typically when you get started, if your upline is even still active, maybe you'll get some support, maybe you'll get some help. But for the most part, I mean, I know in past opportunities, I just felt like I was on my own because if I were to take myself back to, 10 years ago or something like that, and some of the more offline network marketing opportunities that I was in, I had my upline, but anytime you talk to, upline, either, your direct sponsor or their sponsor, everybody, in order to get to the level that they got, everybody did something different. One person might have been really good at this or that or whatever. And one of the things that I love about our team is we're all kind of doing the same thing. So we can all kind of help answer each other's questions and help kind of motivate and rally each other. And then when somebody has something that's working kind of well, they share that idea. They take that idea and they share it. Like one of the things that you're really great at is you're getting really good at writing daily broadcast emails, and you're sharing those with everybody, whether they're up, down from you, left, right, sideways, it doesn't matter. You're sharing that information because it's a community, and it's just absolutely awesome. So let's talk a little bit about, I want to talk a little bit about staying the course, because at the beginning of this webinar, we had talked about kind of that lottery ticket mentality. A lot of times people get signed up for an online business opportunity because they feel they can make money fast, and especially a lot of times that's how this stuff is advertised. Let's just be honest. It's advertised in a way where, hey, sign up here and make thousands of dollars tomorrow. But the reality is, we're building businesses here. So if you're watching this and you're curious, how this works or what this really looks like, we're building a long-term business. So just as if you were to go, to a strip mall or go to a mall or go get a store and get a brick and mortar business, it's going to take time to build a customer base, to have those residual sales coming in every single month that can provide you the security that owning your own business can. This is the same way, except it's online and it takes time to build. So Derek, obviously I know you're in this for the long haul. You have your why, you have your push motivation, which is your family. Talk a little bit about that, what it kind of takes to have that right mindset and mentality to be forward thinking, to think about where you want to be, not only tomorrow, but 6 months, 12 months, 18 months from now.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's really just a shift in mind. And that is part of the problem is, you go online or you watch videos and what are they constantly talking about? You know, I mean, I get these ringless voicemails all the time that I'm going to rake in $10,000 in cold hard cash every week just by sharing the message. And it's like, I mean, it's so ridiculous the things you get. And, you know, again, it's, you know, this is a crock pot business in a microwave society. We want everything done yesterday. You know, this business is not a fast food joint. You know, can call it you know, it's a nice steakhouse. You know, you're gonna have to wait a little bit for something to, you know, if you want a good steak, you're gonna wait for it. You know, you'll wait 20, 30, 40 minutes if it's good enough. It's not a McDonald's hamburger where it's ready before you even finish handing your money over. Okay, it's not mass produced. And so we got to get that mentality shifted to understanding. Now, don't get me wrong. Take as much action as you humanly can for as long as you can sustain it. And I feel like if you have a strong enough why and you believe enough in something, that you can't get burnt out, right? We're not candles, so we're not going to get burnt out on something as long as that fire within us is being fed by what we truly want in life. And I did a video on it today about, you know, such and such reach out to me, and I never use names, but, you know, I got 24 leads. How come I didn't have a sale? You know, I'm not making any money. I got 47 leads. And it's like, yeah, I mean, sure, can you make 2, 3, 4, even 5 sales with 47 leads? Yeah, but you're kind of relying on luck. You know, what you need to get to is more like 4,700 leads, right? And because by the time you get to 4,700 leads, those first several hundred are going to get to know you, and people do business with and buy from people they know, like, and trust. And just because you gained leads yesterday, they still don't know you. There was an interest there, and that interest could be just buying the membership to help themselves out personally. It could be because they want to build a business and have a passive income. So if, God forbid, they would become disabled, get sick, or on a positive note, want to take a vacation, their income doesn't skip a beat. They don't have to worry. And that's kind of, you know, that's the end game there. And the end game is not, you know, 30 or 40 years from now. It could be a year from now, it could be 5 years, but either way, what you're doing with a business like this, if done right, is you're collapsing that time so you actually get to have the financial peace of mind. And financial peace of mind leads to a lot of things. To me, stress is the #1 killer in this country. And ironically, the #1 problem in this country is money. So a lack of money is probably the main cause of heart disease in the United States. So we got to get our money right. And the first step would be, if you're a W-2 employee, would be to tweak that W-4 so you can give yourself a little bit of breathing room. And putting $35 a month, and if you want to use the online marketing platform, $60 a month. I mean, it's like $60 a month. You know, it's almost like people invest in a McDonald's franchise. It will cost them, I don't know what it costs now to, when you're all in, it's also $1.5 million, something like that.
Yeah, $750,000 just for the royalties, just for the name.
Right. So you're probably in for $1.5 million before you even, you know, announce that you're open. And the reason why people are willing to make that kind of an investment is because it's a proven system and it works. MyEcon's been around for 13, 14 years. It's a proven system and it works. We all know the system works. The question is, does the person work that bought into the system? Are they using the system the right way to make it work for them? Are they doing anything at all? People buy memberships and they do nothing. And that's okay. If you use it for personal, you'll get just as much support from me as if you were a business builder, because we want people to be financially sound, because it's important. I'll give you there's 2 ways we can go through. I mean, there's a lot of ways, but 2 ways that I know. You can have a job and you can save in your 401k or IRA, whatever retirement account you want to talk to, or you can create a secondary passive income. And on the front end, the second source of income, if you don't have a lot of capital, is a lot tougher than just sucking money away in a 401k. But as time goes on, the secondary income closes the gap to the 401k. And at the end, if you have just the 401k, You're hoping and praying that you have enough money to retire with. And I don't know, for some reason, everybody thinks they have to put off being happy till they're 65, 70 years old. And, you know, when I was
how's that working out for everybody?
What's that?
How's that working out for everybody?
It's not at all, because people, the number one fear of seniors is running out of money, not even dying.
Yep.
So to me, that's just a wake up call. And something that happened to me when my job was automated, I used to work on the New York Stock Exchange. I went into another career, and you fast forward 2 years, I needed money, and I had a 401k sitting there, and it had recovered from the market downturn mostly. But here's the thing: in order for me to get that money, I had to pay taxes on every penny I took out, and the IRS banged me for a 10% penalty. So now you have money that you don't have access to, except for extreme situations. And being broke's not one of those situations. You know, they're going to hit you. And so rather than, I didn't have the mentality back then, but now it's like, well, if I can put 300, 400, 500 away a month into a 401k, why can't I do the same thing to build a passive income? In the long run, I'll be much better off, because I know if I decide I want to go to Aruba for a week, I'm still going to get messages on my phone that I got paid. My income doesn't stop because I do. So it's a shift in mentality. You have to have that business income, because it's something that works when you don't. That makes sense.
Yeah, I hear you. Absolutely. And I want to be blunt with people. I want to ask everybody a realistic question here, a couple of hypothetical realistic questions. So for those of you guys that are watching this for the first time, those of you guys that are just checking this out, or maybe for those of you that haven't even gotten started yet, if we could show you, not even if we could show you, let me just ask you this. If you had an extra $500 in your household every single month, how would that help your stress level? If you just had an extra $500 in the bank every single month, pay your bills, pay debt, put food on the table, whatever. If you just had an extra $500 a month, how would that make you feel? Would that put you at ease a little bit? What if you had an extra $1,000 a month? Would that help? Most people, if they had an extra $500 to $1,000 in their pocket every month, that would relieve a lot of stress. And I mean, we know this is a stat too, that most married couples fight about money. So think about this. Like what would the stress level in your house be like if you just had a little bit of extra money? Now, what if you didn't have to do anything crazy to get that extra money? What if all you had to do was just fill out a piece of paper, and that's it? All you had to do is, and I'm actually going to show you guys the start of that process right now. So I'm actually just going to share my screen, and I'm going to show you guys. Derek, you can see my screen, right?
I can see it.
All right, cool. So this is the back office of MyEcon. This is what we're here talking about tonight. So plain and simple, this exercise right here that says correct tax withholding, all you got to do is go through this exercise. It's a 20-minute video, and this is going to show you how to properly use the right numbers, the right math, the right figures, so you can put more money back in your paycheck every single month. You can get a little bit less stress, have a little bit more money in your wallet, so you can do the things that you truly, should be doing and deserve to do. The other thing, once you become a part of this opportunity and you become part of this team, you guys can go through these tax record keeping videos, because plain and simple, guys, once you guys, this is beautiful right here, because once you are a part of this opportunity, not only can you put more money back in your paycheck from your very first day, you guys can do these exercises your very first day and put more money back in your wallet. So yeah, it is a hashtag no-brainer, but you are all now also a business owner. You're a business owner. So you can start going through the process of learning how to increase your cash flow by getting more money back on your taxes, by being an actual business owner and keeping the proper tax records. So as an example, there's an event coming up in March down in Florida, right? That a lot of us are going to. So think about this. If you go to an event like that, or if you go to a coffee shop meeting and you talk about the business, that coffee shop meeting is now a tax write-off. If you go on a business trip, the plane ticket, the hotel, the food, all of that is now a business tax write-off. So at the end of the year, you can get more money back on your taxes, okay? And this system shows you how to do that. Now, as I mentioned in the very, very beginning, guys, if you want to be anything, do anything, and you live in the United States, you got to have a good credit score and you got to have money in the bank. So we've talked about how to get money in the bank, all right? And the smart credit system can literally show you guys, I'm not going to go through all of it, but the smart credit system can show you guys how you yourself can increase your credit score to 750 or more in about 90 days. So no matter what your credit score is, follow this plan right here and it'll show you how to get a 750 or higher credit score. Very simple. All you got to do is follow 1, 2, 3 right through the process, and you guys can learn how to increase your credit score. So plain and simple, guys, like this stuff works. It truly, truly works. And every single week we do these presentations. So as an example, if you guys are interested in this and you want to increase your credit score, you want to put more money back in your pocket. And like Derek was just talking about, and we've been talking about tonight, if you want that side hustle and you want to start building your own business, use our team, use our community, use our training, use our leadership. You get to work literally with people just like Derek and who are there to help you. And the beauty is, guys, you don't have to be a pro. You don't have to be an expert, because every single week, what we're doing right now, this video, this Facebook Live that you guys are watching right now, depending on where and when you watch us, every single week we do the presentation for you. So if you have people that you want to share this opportunity with, whether it be, you know, leads from traffic, or you're sharing this on Facebook or social or wherever, all you got to do is get people to this webinar. And guess what? We're going to show you how to do that too. So you don't have to worry about presenting the business. I know, Derek, I'm sure for you too, like in an offline or traditional network marketing business, you had to get really good at talking about the company. You had to get really good at presenting the information. Now, all you got to do is get people to these webinars, and we're going to do the presentation for you. So again, part of that community, part of that team, part of that leadership, we're going to help you with that. Okay. We're going to teach, coach, and train your people. You don't get that elsewhere, but you get that here. So Derek, anything else on that, man?
No, I was just, as you were going through the tools, I had done a couple of videos. I did a 2 and 3 part series. You know, just utilizing the tools themselves, how powerful they are with increasing the income, paying down your debt, and fixing your credit. Now, if you have a higher credit score, you pay lower interest. If you don't have debt, that automatic, you're not paying any interest on that. So you eliminate that bill and you have more money in your pocket. You know, you do that now, and over a lifetime, you know, with car leases or finances, home mortgage, take home paychecks. I mean, you're talking tens of thousands of dollars over a lifetime, like tens of thousands of dollars. It's big money that you can just save by just getting your own house in order. And the business is just another step of that to give yourself more momentum.
Yeah, no doubt. I think that's the important thing a lot of people need to realize here too, is that a lot of people think that when they start this business, they got to go out there and they got to start. I mean, you can definitely do that, but you know, get out there, start hustling and grinding and working and building your business to start making income. You can definitely do that for sure, 100%. But you also got to realize, if you just use the tools that are there, you can almost immediately start putting more money back in your pocket. So you can be in positive profit. You could be in the black your very first month. And that is super, super powerful. If you think about some of these other businesses out there, like I actually got involved with one, you know, maybe it was like 6 or 7 months ago, and it was like an $1,100 buy-in. So you know, how fast are you going to recoup $1,100? Like that takes time. But here, I mean, you can literally spend $50 to join, and you can make that money back your very first month easily by going through the services that MyEcon offers, which is really awesome.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, I can't think of a business where you could be profitable as quickly. I mean, you know, we joined, and before I even paid for any traffic or marketing, you know, I got paid $35 or whatever it was. Like that was my first week. So the potential's there. And then once you get started and you're consistent, you fast forward, you know, like we were talking about it earlier. I had 3 this week, you know. So what do I want to do this week coming up? I want to see if I can go, you know, I'm going to go for 5, you know, and you just pick up momentum. And as we learn, you get better. You just got to work on it and work on yourself every day and be a part of the group and be a part of the team and follow the system. And if you put all those pieces to the puzzle together, I don't think you can lose.
Plain and simple, guys, the only way that you're going to lose is if you quit. And this is one of my favorite lines. I talk about this all the time. Failure is literally just a moment in time. So if you're going through this and you're learning and you're making mistakes, as long as you're learning from those mistakes and you keep moving forward, failure is just a moment in time. Quitting, that's who you are as a person. So if you're the type that if things get a little tough and you just throw in the towel and you quit, I want to ask you an honest question. How many other things have you quit in the past before? And how many things are you going to quit in the future? So you have the team, you have the community, you have the training. We didn't even get into the marketing system, but it's all there. It's all there. And our training walks you through how to set all of that up.
Yes,
so as long as you are coachable, as long as you are willing to learn, forget about it. You can find success. Absolutely, you can find success. And we're going to be there every step of the way to answer your questions, to help coach you, to help get you the information that you need to win. And we're going to do everything that we can, you know, whether it be with a rotator or whatever, to help you start to build and grow your business and put cash flow in your pocket. So I think we pretty much touched on everything we need to, man. Any other thoughts before we wrap this up?
No, I think we got a good chunk of it. It's, you know, we're about 50 minutes in, so let's have some folks let this sink in. If they're really excited, you know, go back to whoever invited you over here, and you know, if anything, get started for your own financial house, and then, you know, decide you want to do the business part. More power to you, because you'll win with us. That's not a question. But getting your own financial house in order is a must, and you know, the business will help you get there faster.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So guys, always love being here with you guys on Sunday night. Derek, thank you so much for joining us. And
appreciate you having me.
I'm glad we went to the bullpen and pulled you out. So
I'm no Mariano Rivera, but I'll get the job done.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So listen, thank you guys for tuning in. Do me a favor, man. If you guys are ready to get started, no matter when or where you're watching this video, just get back with the person that shared this with you. We want to help you guys win, but the only way that you're going to win is you got to start. Period. End of story. You're never going to get those results that you want if you don't start. But you can find results with this. Absolutely. And you can start putting more cash flow back in your pocket your very first month. And we can show you exactly how to do that. We got the tools, we got the training, we got the coaching, we got awesome people like Derek. We got people here to help you win that are going to support you. You are going to get the support that you deserve. Period. End of story. And I can say that with an exclamation point. So other than that, man, for Derek Nelson, name is Daniel Kump here, and appreciate you guys being with us. We will see you guys live later on this week. And as always, get back with the person that shared this video with you guys. Can't wait to help you guys win. See you soon. Have a good night.
Good night.